Okay, here in this demonstration, we're going to take a look at the new Gluware Topology app. So let's get signed in here to Gluware 5. So what I want to showcase first of all is that, just looking at this particular network here, there's Checkpoint, there's Cisco, there's HPE, there's Palo Alto. So this is a multi-vendor example, definitely something that's a strength of Gluware. One of the next things to take a look at is if I double click into any device and I navigate into the log, since Gluware has the native vendor adapters, if I double click into the log itself, I can see the exact sequence or what happened during discovery. And so what I want to just highlight to you is that Gluware is collecting information like if I look for CDP in this log, I can see CDP is configured on this device. And as I move forward here, I can see Gluware is capturing this CDP discovery information. So all the Cisco Discovery Protocol data we're capturing is captured, pulled into our database, and we extract what we need to into the schema for relationship mapping. Just to expand on that, LLDP, we are also capturing LLDP, same as CDP from a neighbor discovery standpoint. And just to show you that we are also capturing layer 3, let's look for IP route. So we're capturing IP route. So we are, this is where, let's say that discovery is taking place and all the things that we were capturing before, like, host name and serial number and operating system version, all the things we're collecting, we've expanded the state and neighbor components around ports and layer 2 and layer 3 protocols to capture that and expand the device schema to use it in the topology app. Next, what's new is that when you navigate, there's the new topology app we're going to get to very shortly here, but from Device Manager, there's a new navigation into sites. So we've added this new site schema component where you can simply add a site, and we're going to call this Marina Del Rey, that's where I live, and call it MDR, and hit create. So sites can be created in multiple ways, but this is kind of the manual way. And you can put in a bunch of information, administrative contact, technical contact, the site, the location, data about the address, time zone, all this information. So this kind of data store is available for you, and you can define your sites where your networking equipment exists, okay? So now that I have my sites defined, I go to my devices and I can assign them into that sites. And so we did this demonstration at 415 5th Street in New York City. So these all happen to be at that address. And one kind of cool thing is I can expand the site view here directly in my device explorer, and I can navigate. So if I had devices in Los Angeles, I would see them here. In this demo, all the devices are here at 415 5th Ave. So all these devices are essentially assigned into this site and are part of that. Now let's navigate into the new topology app and see how that is exposed. As you navigate in, being a hierarchical type of design, you're going to see your regions, and I didn't put Marina Del Rey into a region, so it's a top level component right now. I should have put it into Americas and California. I can go ahead and fix that. But let's go ahead and navigate into it, and you can see that just from an information standpoint, you get float over information, and when you click on any element, you get your right panel information as well. Let's start clicking in to get to the network we're interested in. So again, this hierarchical nature enables us to support very scaled networks to drill into the hundreds or thousands of sites that they may have. So here I've drilled all the way down into the 415 5th Ave location. And now let's start to look at a couple other advanced components. And so first of all, you have your obvious kind of zoom in, zoom out, and you have your navigator to show you the map of the product as well as, or your topology, as well as you can zoom in and zoom out on that data. Then again, there's hover information that you can see as I hover over a device and as I hover over a link. So device hover, link hover, that you see here, and you get that information out. Now let's take a look at the labels here. I have what looks like a host name and I have some interfaces, but now I want to customize the data that's exposed on the map. So I can go into the label settings And for constructs like sites, devices, and connections, I can add information. We have the device name, so we don't necessarily need the host name. Generally, those are the same. Let's add access status for health. Let's add vendor. And let's add SKU, because let's say OS version. And let's add the SKU as well. You can add up to 5 labels. And on the connection, let's add the IP addressing and the status. So we've added all that information and we click Save. So instantly our map is updated and now we've surfaced that data directly onto the map. So I have my host name, the status, the vendor, the operating system version, and the SKU as well. This happens to be a virtual-based lab, and so you have virtual SKUs, and in some cases you don't have proper serial numbers. But this is just one of the components that Gluware can talk to physical devices as well as logical virtual devices. And in this case, we're running primarily virtual. So you have that, and now you can use this data. And this is where it becomes important around export. So now I have this data available and I want to generate a site documentation document for compliance purposes. So I just simply go to export. I have a title here. I have my PDF or my Visio. I don't have Visio on this machine, so I'm going to go ahead and stick with PDF. For a lot of companies, they need Visio to add additional information or do some minor adjustments once that data is in. And we just hit export, and I can see my PDF was generated. I double click into my PDF and I can see that my site documentation is now done and all the data that I added that surfaced onto this document is here. So again, a very quick way to be able to visualize your network, use it for troubleshooting, and generate site documentation. So that will conclude the demonstration around Gluware topology.